Good morning, everyone. I am back here with another game. Hopefully, I'll do a little better than I did with Rove last week. But this is the Guild of Merchant Explorers. This is a game from Alderac Entertainment Group Games, AEG Games. And if you ever wonder why you can say AEG and then Games, it's because that last G in the abbreviation stands for group. Anyways, this game, and I have... Sorry, I was doing it on the wrong shoulder, but I have the box back there. But this game by AEG is it's been described kind of like a roll and write or flip and write, except that you're putting tokens out on your board. And then as you do that, there are objectives that change each time depending on your map. And there are different maps. They're in the base box. And there is a micro expansion with some other maps, but Avenia, Sinidaria, I guess is how you'd say that, Kazan, and Agon. So 4 different maps that come in, and for each of those you have 6 objective cards, and you take those, you shuffle them, and you put 3 out. So we'll take a look at what we have in just a second. In fact, here we go. So for this first one, I have explore 3 ruin spaces along the border of the map, discover villages on 3 different lands, and place 2 trading posts on cities valued 3 or greater. So if you haven't played this before, you might not have any idea what any of that means, but we'll talk about that. First of all, as the game goes along, we're going to be exploring and flipping up explore cards. I've left my explore cards out so you can see those, but you have this board where they will come out, and you put them out, and we're going to take also the first era card, and we're going to shuffle that in there. So each of those does... something like go to mountain spaces, 2 different desert spaces, 2 different grassland spaces, 2 adjacent spaces, and 3 sea spaces in a line. And as they come out, then you place your cubes on the board. And depending on what happens, and let's say I do that to start. As that happens, you're going to find spaces that have towns, and if they have towns, then you can, in fact, let's zoom in on the map here. If they have towns, you can go and connect 2 towns together, and if you do that, you're going to get a trading post on one of them. So let's say we did that, and let's say this one becomes a trading post. So that one is no longer going to score in the future, but the first time you score it, you're going to take 3 times 3, and that will give you 9 coins, because coins are points in this game. And when you land on one with a coin, like here, this one has 1. If I do that, then I'm going to get 1 point. And as I do those sorts of things, I'm going to get points throughout the game. Excuse me. So as I do all that, I want to explore ruins. Ruins will give me treasure cards. And whenever I flip up one of those era cards, I'm going to get a benefit from the inspection cards, and those are going to go along the side here next to era 1, 2, and 3. Also, as I build villages, and that's shown down here, as I build villages, I'll get points from them depending on what era I'm in, 1, 2, 3, or 4. And then also, as I discover things, I will have these discovery towers, and they go like here, for example. And in this space, as I do that, I'll get coins for how many I have when I place it. So there's also points that can come from treasure cards and all those sorts of things. So trading posts are going to go on towns. Villages can go anywhere in a completed region. A region is just the same type, like this desert region would count as a region if I got all 3 there. And then you can only have 1 village there. But once you do that, there is a village. And We did talk about ruin spaces, so that's basically the game. That's basically what's going on. I don't think there's much I'm missing except in the solo game, and I'll show you this. In the solo game, as we get that all done, we're going to block off some of these opportunities for points. So we'll start with blocking off this one here, and then we'll block off these two, and then we'll block off these two. And in any case, no matter what we're doing, we have to still do all three in the solo game to win. And in the solo game, you're just playing against points too. So like right now, I think I want to get to 90 points to get the easy victory, 120 to get the normal victory, and 150 for the hard victory. So we'll see what we get to today. I don't start with any money or anything like that. I just shuffle up this Explorer deck, and then we start revealing cards from it. And right away, there's our one. So nothing's going to happen with the one, but in the future, when we reveal these, we will get some things. So the one, though, well, nothing bad's going to happen. But we do get to choose one. Okay, so we have two Explorer cards. Let's take a look at these. And with that, we have a choice between I could do 1 sea and 4 grassland or 5 sea spaces. That's pretty cool. They're both pretty cool, actually. The only problem is I have to follow the golden rules of exploration of either starting next to a village or an explorer. I can't... let's see, what else am I forgetting about it? About the golden rules. The golden rule. Always place explorers one at a time. You get the benefits one at a time. Resolve those before you go on to other things. And you can choose to place less explorers than you would, but once that card is done, then you can't save them for a future turn. So that's that. But okay, so do I want? And this, every time I see the one era card, I'm gonna be able to do this again. So do I want 5 sea spaces? Or do I want 1 sea and 4 grassland? I guess if I did 1 sea, I could do something like, I don't know. I think maybe I want the 5. The 5 is pretty good, especially since we have one of our goals is explore 3 ruin spaces along the border of the map. We're going to need that 5 seed probably. So I think what I will do, so here's my capital city. I think what I will do is I'm going to place out the 5. That's the card I'm going to keep. And then the other one goes to the bottom of the investigate deck. So we're going to do that. Go back over here. Okay, so here, where do I want to put my 5 explorers? We have to do that one at a time. I could go around here, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, get down there, and then I'd be close to this whole new land area. I think that's what I want to do. And then I get this treasure too. So I'm going to go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I get a treasure. Let's see what our treasure is. Our treasure is place an extra cube. I like that. We know that we're going to get only 1 mountain this time, but we also do get this 2 contiguous. So maybe we go on this first mountain and then we could get a village down here. So I think that's what I'm going to do. I'm going to put 1 down here with that treasure card. And then that is done. And we see what our next Explore card is. Our next Explore card is 2 grasslands. That's cool. Because, well, not as cool as I wanted. I wanted something else to happen so I could get in these grasslands down. I guess my only choices are to go down here. And that's a desert, so I can't go on that city. I guess I go here and here. I get my first coin, though. Okay, so that's my first coin. And we're going to explore again with a mountain. And with that, I get 2 coins. And there we go. And in the multiplayer game, you would these coins have the same side on one side. One side it shows the queen, or I don't know, maybe a Roman-looking person. I thought the game was about the queen, but that's a That's a, I don't know. But then on the other side, it has your denomination of whatever you're trying to get there. Okay, so that's that. Then I get 3 C spaces. Okay, so, and they have to, these ones have to be in a straight line. Well, I could, I don't think there's another chance for me unless I use the 2, and I kind of want to use the 2 to get these 2 spaces so I can put a village down. So I think there's nothing super useful I can do with these right now. So I guess I'll just go up here like this, 1 and 2 and 3, like that. And then we're going to go and do our next explore. Our next explore is 2 desert. And I guess I could have gone down here. You know, let's pretend that's what I had done. Let's pretend that. So I got over here. Let's pretend I explored over here. 1, 2, and then I get my 2 desert. And then I can go, because then I could have gone here and gotten 2 coins. That makes more sense. I'm going to do that. And that's a total of 5 coins. So you can turn in, and they have a, like I was saying, there's a 5 coin denomination. So I turn in my coins. Okay, and then we know the last card is going to be our 2, and that means the era is over. So we're going to first resolve that, and I think what I want to do is go here in the desert, which means that is a completed region, which I get a village. So I'm going to put one on one of the blank spaces, and I want it here. So there's a village. And then for the second one, I'm going to put it on this coin and just take that single coin. And, you know, we'll put our coins up here so we can see them. And with that single coin, we now are going to be taking it back all our explorers, except for that village. That village is going to stay right there. And, oh, I forgot to do one thing, but we'll do it right now. We should have put an open treasure chest, because we can't get that again on top of that place where that treasure would have been from that ruin. That ruin is what that is. Okay, so we have a ruin that we have discovered. We have a village now. We actually did some things on our first turn. And then what we're going to do is we're going to add the second era card to our explore deck. And when I say bad things that happened with the first one, what will happen bad this time is this 2 marker here will get added to this over here, and it will cover it up. So if I can explore 2 more ruins before that shows up, then I get the 10 points. That's not a big deal because I can still get the 5 points. So don't know if I'm worried about that. We'll see. We'll see what happens. And all right, first things first, we're going to oh, and I should have gotten 1 more coin because we placed a village down in the first era, and that's right here, shown here. Okay, so now we have to put 2 deserts down. The good news is because we are already down here with a village, we can place an explorer next to this village. So I'm going to do that. I'm going to go 1 and 2, get a coin there. And then we're going to go again. And the first era thing is going to happen. So I turn these sideways to remember I've already... I'm just keeping these out here. I guess I could just keep them to the side. But I've just been turning those aside. So that means I can explore up to 5. From our previous card, I can explore up to 5 C spaces. Now, I haven't gotten this one yet, but is that the one that makes the most sense? I could go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 and get close to that one. Does that make more sense? Or should I go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5? That doesn't get me quite to there. Kind of wanted to see this card come up later, so I don't know what I should do. That's a bummer. I think what I will do is I'm going to go ahead and oh no, I can't go down here because uh, I'm not next to the sea here with my village. That would be too ponderous. Okay, so I'm going to go 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5 to get next to that ruins, I guess. Okay, that's what I did. I won't change it, I promise. And then I can explore up to 2 contiguous spaces. So I'm going to do 1 and 2 for 4 coins. And we'll just put a 1 back and grab another 5. Okay. And then we're going to do 2 grasslands. Okay, so we're going to go 1 and 2. So we're on that that town there, so we could turn it into a place, a market town or whatever it's called. Forget what it's called now. But you put one of a token there when you get so 1 and 2, but I get another coin, and then let's see here. 3 sea spaces. Okay. So this is what I was hoping for, because if I get a treasure card that lets me drop another explorer down, so let's see what happens. So we're going to drop 1, and then, oh, but these have to be in a line. I can't put that there. I forgot. I made a mistake. Ouch. They have to be in a straight line. So I don't know that I can do anything very good with this. I should have gone over here. Well, oh man, that's a bummer. Okay, we're gonna just say I go 1, 2, and 3 then. Okay, I'm not gonna pretend like I didn't make that mistake. I definitely made that mistake. Well, my C spaces are useless this time, so then we get to go on 1 desert. I'm gonna go here and connect these 2, and then we'll have to put a token down. So but that gives us 9, so I'll turn it into 1 and get a 10. But we're gonna have to put 1. You know, I'm gonna put it up here, I think. So I can't use that one to score again. Let me show you that though. This is these little round tokens, and you put them on one of the 2 that you score on. Okay, so that's there. That was unfortunate, and then right away we're gonna draw 2 for era 2. That's the last card we have, and we're going to see what we have. So our choices are explore up to 4 desert places, triple the value of any coins. That's pretty cool. Explore any number of connected grassland, desert, and mountain spaces in a straight line. Well, that would give us another village. Would that... Oh, we could get a village up here. So let's do that, because we could go like this. We could go 1, 2, 3, and 4. That only gives us 2 coins. But, okay, so that's the one we're keeping. But when I do this up here, we're going to get to place a village. So where do we want a village? I think we want a village closer to... Oh, and this is going to get blocked because we didn't get the ruins in time. This one got blocked. So as we do that, where do we want a village? You know what? We're going to go right in the middle is what we're going to do. Put a village right there. Okay, and then these all come off because that was our last card of the era. And all So we have 2 villages out. We need 1 more village on a different land. But now we get the 3rd air card. Gets shuffled in to our mix here. And we have some interesting things that we will get to do with these cards. Hopefully I don't mess that up this time with my C. I should have been able to get some things that I messed that up. So, oopsies. So be it. All right. So first up, we're going to take 3C. Okay, so let's do this right. Let's pick up a what do they call? A ruin right away. So let's go 1, 2, and then let's get a treasure token and put it here, and 3, and let's see what our treasure is. Our treasure is a scoring one, which means for every discovery space we have, we get 1 point at the end of the game. Now, I should note that I found that this symbol on here is different than what is in the rule book. Just so you're aware of that. That scores at the end of the game. Oh, I forgot. Also, my village, I had a village in era 2. I should have gotten 2 more coins. I have enough to turn some stuff in. Let's turn in 5 coins. And there's that. And let's turn in another 5 and just get a 10. All right, so we do have 26. That's not great. We're not doing great. Okay. But we're doing better. Not doing great, but doing it. All right, and there's era 3, and that means that we're going to have to block off. Not going to get 5 coins there, and not going to get 10 coins there. So those are blocked off, but we immediately get 2 inspect and pick 1. So let's take a look at these. So we either have explore up to 4 C spaces, then explore up to 2 coin spaces adjacent to those. That's kind of cool. Or explore up to 4 C spaces and explore any number of city spaces adjacent to these C spaces. Huh. Well, we could go do something like 1, 2, 3 and get there with the city one. We could go 1, 2, 3, 4 and do that one with the city one. We could go 1, 2, 3, 4. I like that. That's what we're gonna do. Okay, we're gonna use the city one, not the coin one, because I'm going to go 1, 2, 3, stop to get the treasure at this ruins. That's what that is. And it's another scoring one for every village. We're going to get a point at the end. Okay. And then go here. And then we get to explore any number of city spaces adjacent to those C spaces. So we're also going to put one here and put one here, which means we're going to score those. I think I'll just score this one and put our token down on that. I got to find that grass, though. Here we go. All right. So we get 9 coins. Oh. And I'll take a 1 and turn that in and get a 10. Okay. So that was cool. That was a cool turn. Starting out that way, because that opens up maybe the chance to get up here and get to this discovery space. Okay. And then, let's see here. 2 grass is what we're going to do next. 2 grass. Well, you know what? We're going to go do this. 2 coins and a space here. Because if I can, I'm not going to be able to get a village here, but maybe I'll score this. That'd be cool. And then 2 coin. Sorry, 2 desert. I can go here and get the 2 coins. And yeah, you know what? I think I'll do that because or I could just score this right now. That's what I'm going to do. I'm going to go here, and then we're going to put a trade place here, and get another 9. We can turn into 1 for a 10. All right, we're doing all right. We're doing a little better. And then let's see here. Go on a mountain. So if I go here, then we still have our 2 explore, our 2 contiguous. I could go here and get to that one. I don't have 3 villages yet. That's okay. Error 1's going to happen, which again is do 5 C spaces. Maybe this will help us get to it. Let's see. If I go 1 and get a discover, or treasure, sorry. There's a vase. Vase is just score at the end for how many you have in your set. And then, let's see. This is here. So I could either get this one. I think I'll just get this one done. 1, 2, 3. And then we'll flip another treasure. And there's another vase. Okay. And anything I can do valuable with this last one. Well, I could. I'm just going to place it here. I don't know that it matters, but I'm going to place it there. And with that, we flip the next card, which is the Era 2 card. So we've done 1, 2, and 3. And with the Era 2 card, I can explore any number of connected grassland, mountain, desert, as long as it's in a straight line. So, do I want, like I could get 3 coins here, or do I want to just do something? You know what? Is there anywhere I can get a village? No, because there's grass over there and there. There's mountain over there and there. I'm not going to be able to get a 3rd village out, I don't think. I don't know if I'm missing anything. Let's zoom in here so you can see if I'm missing anything. I don't think I'm missing anything, but right now the C spaces aren't in my way, kind of. I think my best bet is just to get 3. Oh, you know what? Actually, here's my best bet. This is what I'm going to do. I'm going to put 1 here, get a coin. And then I'm going to put 1 here, and 1 here, and then 1 here and get 2 more coins. So that gives me 3 coins. Not a lot of coins, but it maximizes the coins I can get. And then when I flip my last one, which we already know is my 2 contiguous, I can just do those 2, and I'll get a village. So that's cool. So right away, we do that. So I get 2 coins. So I'll turn in 3, get another 5. And turn those 5s and get a 10. Maybe. Okay, there we go. And then with my last one, I get to do a discovery tower. So that's that. And actually before that, sorry, before I do that, so let's not put that down. Let's do it in the right order. I have to put a village down. I'm going to put the village down, I guess, over here. And we'll put that there. Now I would put this down, which gives me a that. So with the village, I have villages on 1, 2, 3 different lands. So I will put a marker up here for the 5 in the game. And oh, I already have this one. Place 2 trading posts on cities valued 3 or greater, because this was a 3, and I think this was a 3. Yep. I didn't even realize I had that one. So that's great. I was able to complete those. So I'm doing all right because that's 15 up there. And then I get 6 for this because that's my first discovery tower. So 1 and 5 is 6. And that's the end of our era. So we take all these off. And let's see here. Should have put a treasure marker there to show that that one was already done. And so that's done. That's done. Okay. So I explored a lot up here and a little bit down here. I'm doing okay. I think. Okay. So now we get the last card. And what this one means is when we flip this one, I get to choose which of the 3 era cards I'm going to use. But once we're out of cards this time, the game is over. So it's really fast little game. Nope. Trigger is falling over. And honestly, these don't matter now because I already did my objectives. The only thing that matters is I have to explore 3 ruin spaces along the board of the map. I have to do that in order to win. If I don't do that, I don't win. So I have 2. I need to get to this one probably and do that in order to win. If I do that and have at least 90 points, I've won on easy. I'd like to get to 120. I don't know if that's going to happen though. Let's see, 20, 30, 40, 50. So we're only at 57 points, plus whatever points are down here in my final scoring. I don't know if I'll get to 120. I'd like to get to at least 120. Let's see. Okay, first thing. I have a mountain space. Let's just take 2 coins and do that. And then let's, oh, I wanted that one to come later. Okay, 2. Let's try to get over to this discovery tower, maybe. I don't know. I think that might be possible. So let's go 1. Oh, is that a good choice though? Because I also need to get a ruin so maybe not. That might not be a great choice. You know what? Let's just do this discovery tower right now. I'm going to take a coin and then 8 more coins. So I'll put 1 back and get a 10. And put a discovery tower right there. Because it's my second one, that's why you get 8 points. Okay. Did I get my 3 coins from that village? I did not. 1, 2, and 3, because that was arrow 3 when I did that one. So 3 and 2 is 5. Okay. Let's do that. And then 5 and 5 is 10. All right. Okay. And then I get number 2, explore any number of connected grassland, desert, and mountain spaces in a straight line. So, probably made a mistake in coming over here. Maybe not. Because maybe what I should do is go 1, 2, 3, 4. And then, but we already had our 2 contiguous. But then if I did, so 1, 2, 3, 4, is there a way to get to this still? That's the question. I need, what I really need is, or I need to get a way to get to this one. Well, I have lots of C stuff coming up. I wish I had been able to do that first. Let's see. This would give me 3 coins if I go in a straight line here. This would give me 3 coins if I go in a straight line there, but that's not next to the edge of the map. But maybe I don't worry about that because I have a lot of C stuff coming up. So maybe, and I don't know that I have anything that gives me more than 4 explorers out, so maybe I just go and do this, and that way I can maybe get both this and this. Okay, that's what I'm gonna do. Okay, 1, 2, 3, and 4. That gives me 3 coins. 2 and 3 coins. Okay, and then okay, I get to pick an era, so I could do that again. I didn't really want to do that again. Or I could do explore up to 4 sea spaces and explore any number of city spaces adjacent to them. So, I could go 1, 2, 3, 4, or I could go. Yeah, I should probably do that so I can get to this one. I think that's what I'm going to do. I'm going to do that one. 1, 2, 3, and 4, and I get a treasure first. So we'll do that. Another vase. I would have rather had another explorer token, honestly, but it is what it is. And I get to do era 3 now, which is explore up to 4 sea spaces and any number of cities next to them. Okay, not the worst thing, because I haven't done my desert yet. So you know what? I'm going to go like this. I'm going to go 1, 2, 3. I get that treasure. All my mountain villages are worth 1 coin at the end. All right. And then 4. So 4, I could go nowhere useful, I don't think. So I guess I'll go down. Actually, no, I might be able to do something useful. So we're going to go right here. And then with that, I get to put 1 on this city. And then I did manage to get my 3rd ruin space next to the edge of the map. So I'm putting this down not to score it, but to show that I've completed it and I can actually win the game. Because if I didn't do that, I don't get to win. All right, and then 3 sea spaces. Okay, in a straight line. 3. Okay, 3 sea space. I could either go over here, 1, 2, 3. Oops. Or I could go. I could go 1, 2, and 3. I think that's what I'm going to do. And then I'm going to go era 1, explore up to 5 sea spaces. They can be anywhere. So I'll do this one first. Get a treasure. Another one of the things that my mountain spaces are worth 1 coin each. My mountain villages. And then I get 4 more sea spaces. So I will go 1, 2, 3, and 4 and get another treasure. And I should put my open treasure chests on these. And with that treasure, I get 2 coins right away. Okay, that's like the worst consolation prize, but whatever. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Let's turn some stuff in. Okay. And next one, we only have 2 cards left. Next one is desert. So with the desert, we're going to I can't do a whole lot. Did I really not do myself much in terms of favors? I think that's the case. Oh, I want this one for sure. And then I can score that. Because 3 and 3 is 9. So I will put another token down here. It doesn't really matter a whole lot, but just to do it right. And then I'll turn in a 1, and we get a 10. And the other desert one, I don't think I can get more than 1 coin, so I'll just go here because I've never gone there before. And there's another coin. And our last one then, of course, is the 2 grasslands. Can I do anything important or good with that? Yes, I can. I can go 1, 2 here, and Oh, no, that's a mountain. Sorry. No, I can go here. So I can go here. That desert was important because now we're connected 3 times 3 again, and then we do that for another 9. I'll turn in a 1 and get another 10. Maybe if I can find a 10. There it is, 10. All right. So, well, we got the basics done, but I don't know if I got to 20 because 120 because we got all 3 of the objectives done, which is 90 points, and then sorry, I don't think I got any new regions done for villages. No new discovery towers. Okay. So all I do now is I'm going to score these last few things. So these, basically my, let's do these ones first. My villages on mountain spaces are worth 2 because I have 2 of these. So I have, let's just pull our explorer tokens off and we can see that a little easier and see the final board state a little bit easier. And okay, so I have 1 and I don't know, I can't remember if that was there, but 1, 2, it was on a mountain space. 1, 2 mountain, so 2 times 2 is 4 more coins. 1, 2, 3, and 4. And 1 for every desert one. I don't have any desert ones because that one is on grassland. 1 for each of my towers. I have 1 and 2 towers, so 2 more coins. And I have a set of 3 vases that I've collected on my travels, which is 9, so I'll take a 1 back and get another 10. And that is the end of the game. And and I get my 15 points for the objectives. So let's add that 15 points, 15. Let's see here. Do we have another 50? 10, 20, 30, 40, 50. All right, 50. That's cool. So 50. There's another 10 we can turn in. 50, 110, 120. Okay, we did it. 125 points. So I got to 125. This is my final board state that I explored with these towers down here. I have these trading posts here, 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 and here. Really, I got some good board coverage this game. That doesn't always happen, but these sea exploration really helped me out with that and getting that done. This one was really cool. That's the first time I've had that one where you get to do 4 sea spaces and then explore a city. So that's cool. I like this game. I think it's a lot of fun. Let me know what you think of it. If you have questions or if I missed a rule, that's totally possible. I tried to catch up on all the little things I kept forgetting to put out. But if you enjoy it, if you've played it more, I'll probably play another map on stream again because this is only my 3rd play. It's a really easy game to learn. I feel like, but I like it. It's fun. Yeah, hope you're having a good Saturday. Hope your week has gotten a little better. Thanks for watching. We'll catch you later. Happy gaming.